Every creation starts with an idea, a spark of inspiration that turns raw material into art. For centuries, wood has been a symbol of craftsmanship, a living material that connects human hands with nature's design. But in today's world, woodcraft isn't just about art or tradition, it's also about opportunity. With creativity, patience, and a touch of business sense, your handmade wooden masterpieces can become more than a passion, they can pay you back. This is The Art of Profit: Handmade Wooden Masterpieces That Pay You Back. A story not only about crafting but about crafting smart. It's about transforming your workshop into a source of income, building something that lasts, and finding joy in every cut, curve, and polished surface. Whether you're a hobbyist, a weekend woodworker, or someone dreaming of turning creativity into livelihood, this journey shows how your art can bring both fulfillment and financial freedom. So, grab your imagination, your favorite tools, and your love for wood, because today, we're diving deep into the art of profit, where creativity meets purpose, and where every masterpiece has a story worth selling. There's something magical about the way wood responds to human touch. A rough plank becomes smooth under sandpaper, a block transforms under the chisel, and an idea takes form before your eyes. This process, this quiet dialogue between the maker and the material, is where true craftsmanship lives. But today, craftsmanship also has a new language, the language of opportunity. When we talk about handmade wooden masterpieces, we're not only talking about art pieces for galleries. We're talking about furniture, decor, and personal items that carry the warmth of handmade quality, things that people crave in an age of factory repetition. Handmade wooden products stand out because they tell a human story. And people are willing to pay more for something that feels personal, authentic, and lasting. Let's start with mindset, because profit begins with purpose. Many crafters hesitate to sell their work, thinking it's just a hobby. But when you pour time, skill, and heart into your work, that's value. And value deserves reward. The moment you begin to see your workshop as both a studio and a business, your craft begins to grow differently. You start noticing trends, studying what sells, and balancing creativity with practicality. One of the most effective ways to make wooden masterpieces profitable is through functional art pieces that serve a purpose while adding beauty to daily life. Think about coffee tables with carved edges, wall shelves with artistic curves, or jewelry boxes with intricate joinery. These are not just products, they're heirlooms in the making. People love owning things that are useful but also carry a sense of story and skill. Design variety is another secret to success. Start small and refine your techniques. Simple candle holders, serving trays, or picture frames can become your first line of products. Once you master your finishing style, move into larger projects: handcrafted chairs, wall art, or sculptural lamps. You can even specialize in personalized gifts, like engraved nameplates or anniversary boxes. Personalized products not only attract attention but also build emotional connections, which leads to repeat customers. Now, let's talk about the business side, the art of pricing and presentation. When you set your prices, remember you're not competing with mass-produced items. You're offering quality, craftsmanship, and authenticity. People buy handmade because it's not perfect in the machine sense, it's perfect in the human sense. They're buying your skill, your patience, and your story. Calculate your material costs, add your time, and include a margin for profit. Never undervalue your work. When you do, you undervalue your time and talent. Presentation is where your art meets the world. Photograph your pieces in natural light. Sunlight filtering across a polished wooden surface can tell more about quality than words ever could. Show the details, the grain, the joinery, the smoothness of the finish. People want to feel texture through visuals. If you can, record short videos of your process. Seeing a craftsman's hands at work builds trust and fascination. Online, platforms like Etsy, Amazon Handmade, Shopify, and Instagram can be your stage. But don't just post products, tell stories. Write descriptions that evoke feeling. For example, don't just say, handmade walnut table. Say, a table crafted from solid walnut, designed to last for generations, built with care and soul. That's how you separate yourself from mass sellers. If you want to grow your profits faster, start branding. Choose a name that represents your style, whether rustic, modern, or artistic. Create a simple logo and use consistent packaging. Even small touches like including a thank you card or care instructions can turn a first-time buyer into a loyal customer. Let's move to craftsmanship, because true profit comes from mastery. Always refine your skills. Experiment with joinery styles, dovetails, mortise and tenon, or live edge techniques. Try blending materials, add resin to fill cracks, use metal legs for contrast, or inlay stones or glass to elevate your work. The more techniques you know, the more unique your creations become, and the higher you can price them. And don't underestimate the power of storytelling. Every piece you make should carry meaning. Perhaps it's a table made from reclaimed barnwood, or a sculpture inspired by a forest walk. Customers love stories they can share. This was made by a craftsman who uses recycled timber from old farms. That one sentence adds emotional and financial value. If you plan to scale up, consider taking custom commissions. People love having pieces built specifically for them. A couple might want a dining table sized perfectly for their new home, or a company may need handcrafted office decor. Custom work may take longer, but it also pays more and establishes your reputation as an artisan who listens, designs, and delivers. Now let's talk about the soul of this journey, sustainability. Using responsibly sourced or reclaimed wood not only saves cost but also appeals to eco-conscious buyers. Many consumers today prefer sustainable art. They want to know their purchase supports the environment. Highlight this in your descriptions: made from reclaimed oak or crafted with eco-safe oils. It gives your masterpiece a modern relevance that resonates with today's values. Workshops and collaborations are another way to expand your reach. You can teach your techniques, host DIY sessions, or collaborate with interior designers who might showcase your work to their clients. Each partnership brings new exposure and trust. And remember, consistency is more powerful than perfection. Keep creating, even when sales are slow. Every new project adds experience and content you can showcase. Post progress shots, celebrate small wins, share feedback from customers, build your identity as a maker whose journey inspires others. When it comes to growing financially, reinvest in your craft. Buy better tools, experiment with new finishes, and keep learning. The more refined your process becomes, the easier it is to produce work faster without losing quality. Over time, your efficiency directly increases your profits. Lastly, balance creativity with rest. True craftsmanship thrives when your mind is inspired, not exhausted. In the end, success in woodcraft isn't measured only by income but by impact, the impact your hands have on the world around you. Every handmade wooden masterpiece you create tells a story of transformation. Raw wood becomes art, effort becomes reward, and passion becomes purpose. Remember this: you're not just a woodworker. You're a storyteller, shaping beauty from nature and sharing it with others. Every time you carve, polish, or sand, you're adding value to your world and inspiring others to believe in the power of handmade creation. So, the next time you walk into your workshop, look at those pieces of timber and ask yourself, what story do they want to tell? Because when you listen to the wood and let your creativity flow, you're not just making a product. You're crafting a legacy, one masterpiece, one sale, one success at a time. We put a lot of effort into creating and compiling this video, so if you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing. It truly helps us make more content like this and share more inspiring ideas with you.